Welcome to Pitlochry, not Orkney. A lot of chatter recently about the fact that a lot of people are saying we need infrastructure everywhere. We need rapid chargers every 100 yards to make way for the influx of EVs and 2030 and the whole world's going to... No. I've stayed at this hotel about 4 times. This hotel is one of the reasons why there's no need to panic. We don't need infrastructure everywhere. We don't need rapid chargers everywhere. We need hotels with forward thinking like this one has. So come with me, let's go and have a chat with the manager, Pedro. So this is the manager, Pedro. Good to see you again, Pedro.
Nice to see you again, thank you.
I love staying here at your hotel.
That's mean a lot for us, thank you.
In Pitlochry. It's thoroughly recommend it as a hotel. As you can see now, the rooms are just pucker. The food, the breakfast is just amazing. But the main reason I chose Westlands Hotel in Pitlochry is that it's got EV chargers, destination chargers. So tell me a little bit about what was your thinking, your rationale, so to speak, about getting EV chargers? What was your thought process? Because you don't yet own an EV, do you?
No, I ordered myself one.
You've got one coming?
Yes, which is on the way. It's a long wait, as what's happened today, obviously.
Yes, yeah.
And yes, EV chargers is the futures. EV cars are the futures, and we need to move on. And not only us, everybody needs to move on. There is obviously it's no easy, but can be done.
Yes.
Especially hotels in the quiet times as winter, they can upgrade it.
Right. Okay.
We upgrade this when it's been we had the hotel closed. We have to replace the main consumer unit,
Right.
which obviously is feeding all house and feeding the new extension which you're going to add in with extra 35 bedrooms.
Right.
And we run all the cables and all this underneath when it's been obviously very quiet. It took us about over a week to replace the consumer unit, which is mean no electricity.
Let me just stop you there for a week. Pedro wanted to upgrade his electricity supply for the extension, but primarily as well just for these chargers. He was without electricity for a week. Admittedly, this was during COVID, but he was seeing past COVID. He was seeing the benefits. Am I right in saying this?
Oh yes,
of fitting the chargers whilst you were quiet.
It's been how to say? It's been it's not only the reason was for the charger, was for the extension, for the safety of the house.
Yes.
Upgrading a consumer unit could be beneficial for every single house, every single hotel, because I'm sure most of them they are so old they need upgraded, and that is mean safety. And it's been anytime you need to add bits and pieces, it's so easy.
It's all there.
Make all the difference. Yes.
So thinking about the charges that have been put in, there's various incentives from the Scottish Government and the Energy Saving Trust. So tell me, what help did you get towards the cost of fitting these chargers?
We tried to get help from the government, but unfortunately wasn't any help. Was a big, huge bill. And we did this ourselves with our local contractor, which obviously is just cost us a fraction of price was supposed to be through the government. We have no help with the electricity for the government. It's been no help buying the chargers.
Right. Okay.
But the biggest price has been on the consumer unit and to run the cables.
Right. Okay.
At this moment in time, we have 12 charging operating today, but obviously we're planning to have every single car park spot will have a charging point. This is because having that will be so easy. Parking the car doesn't matter if you have an EV or not. You just choose a car spot and job done. Yeah.
So you've put the trunking in ready
everywhere.
And I've seen outside there's lots of cables just popping out the ground with no charge post on yet. Because that's also going to happen in the future.
Yes. It is expensive, but if we're doing in steps. It's spreading the cost. You do in 1 year the consumer unit, after you run the cables for half of the car park and after for the other half. You don't need to to buy all the chargers, because obviously there is not enough EV cars now on the road to be able to accommodate such a many chargers, for every single room. But may not be today, but tomorrow could be another story.
So you are future-proofing yourself when the EVs, there's more on the road and more of your guests will have an electric vehicle. So then you just basically, in simple terms, bolt on another charge post from Rolex.
Yes, it's so easy, and they're not so dear.
Right,
I mean, for two charging, it's just over £1,000 to have two cars, which is not too bad. I mean, once you have, and it's not taking long for the electrician to fit in. Once you have all the armor cable run there and proper earth, the built-in and. I don't see this a problem.
No.
The problem what I see is to do all the work when it's quiet and before upgrading all the tarmac, all the car park, before you, because once you spend let's say £30,000 tarmac and all the car park, you don't want to dig it up again. Like the same is happen on the roads to have that done. That is a false economy. You do it from the beginning and could make all the difference.
Fantastic. So what a forward-thinking hotel owner. I'll take my hat off to you, really do. I think it's brilliant. So what about the cost to the hotel guest who wants to plug their EV in? What do you charge them? And is there any plans to charge for charging?
Yes, we start initially with free, but unfortunately it's been abused by people coming from other parts to use it and many other things as well. And now obviously they all control from the reception, they all smart chargers and they are activated only when the guest arrive.
Excellent. I know you did tell me last time I stayed that I think somebody went to Pitlochry to use the Charge Place Scotland network, and surprise, surprise, it wasn't working, and they just came up and plugged in, and they didn't realise they should have really asked permission first. So now they're isolated via reception, and obviously it's just for hotel guests.
Yes, there is a charge obviously because of the electricity going to the roof. We couldn't afford to have it for free anymore.
I wouldn't expect it to be free. I'll be quite honest. I don't know what your plans are, interrupting you, for charging, but in my mind, if you were to ask for £10, even £15 for an overnight charge, I would more than happily pay, because it's not just the cost of the electricity. It's this chap's investment. He's put in a huge amount of money up front, out of his own pocket, without any help from any organisation, because he knows it's the future. So I don't resent paying for electricity, all right? So
yes, at this moment in time we ask for £10 per obviously for night to get it charged. We don't make any profit, definitely, because electricity is so expensive even for a business. But at least we have something paid towards the electricity bill. Yes, we need to. It's not only to the initial. Big initial fee when you install them. It's just the maintaining as well. And sometimes you get them damaged, sometimes you need get them faulty, you need to fix it, and every 6 months you need to inspect it as well. Being outside, it's another big bill.
So you have to have like a pack test on the charges every 6 months. So there's an additional cost that maybe us EV owners didn't realise. I didn't realise that. So on private property, if it's a hotel, you're saying you have to have them pack tested by law every 6 months?
Yes, it's because they are outside. It's not only by law, it's because you're dealing with public. And when you're dealing with public, you don't know, they sometimes could be abused, sometimes could be damaged by a car hitting them, and it's better to have them test every so often, because that will make all the difference. Obviously, you need to keep it safe.
That's brilliant. So, if you come and stay at this lovely hotel, don't moan about the cost of £10. It's only £10. And because we will get some people going, well, I can charge for 5p at home overnight, and he must be raking it in. He's not raking it in. He's got all these additional costs to cover in order to provide you with the service, the offering of a charge overnight whilst you sleep. So this is another great reason why, hats off to Pedro, that he's had the foresight to put all the cabling in, get ready for the influx of EV owners. How many, just roughly, proportionally, how many percentage of your guests at the minute, as of, where are we, May 2022, what sort of proportion are coming with an EV?
Yeah, I would say around between 5 and 10%.
That's not bad.
It is. Sometimes you have occasionally you have more.
Yeah.
For example, last night it's been 2 cars. It's not. It's okay. It's a start.
Yeah, and I honestly think, and I said to Pedro when we first stayed here, if people down south want to come up and visit Scotland, Pitlochry is ideally situated to use this as a base to explore the beautiful Highlands. And of course, if you're on the way up to 𝐸𝐒, from here to the ferry at 𝐔𝐷𝐻𝐿 Bay is around 4 hours drive. So it's an ideal stop off. And it's been a great stop off for me. I've come back from Fully Charged Live in Farnborough. I drove, 390 miles, best part of 10 hours driving. I was ready to stop. And there was no choice for me in my brain. It was going to be Westmoreland. I wasn't going to stay anywhere else. A, because it's really nice, and B, Pedro's got this amazing infrastructure offering of a overnight EV charge. So yeah, hats off to you. I wish you all the success. And if you're south and you want a holiday and you want to come visit 𝐸𝐒, honestly, I'll put a link in the description below. Westmoreland's Hotel. You can find
Westlands Hotel.
Sorry, Westlands Hotel. You can find it on booking.com, but you can also book direct.
Yes, which will make all the difference.
Which will make all the difference for him, yeah, because booking.com will take a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. Brilliant. So thank you, Pedro.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll definitely see you again soon.
That'll be very nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So there we go. What a lovely chat, Pedro. What a forward-thinking hotel guy as well. So honestly, if you want to stay in a nice hotel in Pitlochry, in fact, let me just turn around. The view's not bad. It is really a lovely place to stay. Not getting paid for this, he's not paying for this video, I'm just saying it off my own bat. It's a lovely place to stay in Pitlochry. Don't bother with Charge Place Scotland. Just come to a nice hotel and charge up, fill up, whilst you're asleep, okay? Anyway, thanks for watching a non-𝐸𝐒 based video. So from the beautiful Highlands of Pitlochry, we'll see you next time.